everything we're saying here we can do. I think we need to start the meeting regardless. I call this meeting to order for the North Adams City Council, December 12th, 2023. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Barbo? Here. Blackmare?
Yep, here.
Bona?
Here.
Harpin? Here. Obasahan?
Here.
Olaskowitz?
Here.
Sapienza?
Here.
Shade?
Here.
Wilkinson?
Here.
9 present.
9 present, we have a quorum. Please rise for a moment of silent remembrance and the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
With liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes, motion for October 24th, 2023, City Council meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. November 13th, joint public hearing, Planning Board and City Council.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. November 14th, 2023, City Council meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Hearing of visitors. This is an opportunity for the public to speak to the council for 2 minutes regarding items that are listed on our agenda. If you would like to speak, please go to one of the mics, give your name and address for the record. Going once, going twice. Let's move on. Without objection, I would like to move Council Paper 12,335, Mayor's Communication Number 107, presenting a proclamation in support of disabilities awareness. Mayor.
Thank you, President Blackmare. Just give me 1 second to get organized. So before I read the proclamation today about Disability Day, I'd like to highlight the work of the Disabilities Commission, as well as 2 of our citizens, Jenna Thomas, wave to me, and Randy Kemp. Our current commission has been very busy working hard on awareness, rights, and access for our disabled citizens. They have advocated strongly for some of the changes here at City Hall, which include new door openers, a new ramp, as well as the appointment of an ADA coordinator, which is Kara Farrell, our shared HR director. On Friday, November 17th, the Commission on Disabilities invited a wide span of agencies and professionals to participate in its first college career fair, created specifically to offer high school students knowledge about both degree and non-degree paths that ultimately could lead to careers in working with or on behalf of persons of disabilities. The event was hosted at Drury High School. The event was designed to inform students. Booths were set up where participants participants were sophomores, talking to participants, sharing information regarding their professional roles, as well as paths that they could take to get into a position dealing with special needs and people with disabilities. Many participants brought visual materials and devices to show students. The largest display presented was by Shriners Children's Hospital. Additionally, there was a sign language interpreter from Mass Rehab, which taught interested students some basic words to sign. Poster boards were created by the Commission to list a host of sample colleges and universities nationwide that offer related studies that students may want to pursue upon graduation from high school. Examples span from a wide range of programs, but to name a few: art therapy, behavior analysis, mental health, physical therapy and rehab, special ed and reading, speech therapy, teaching the sight and hearing impaired, and many, many more. We had 9 agencies participate at our first fair. The Commission hopes to have this be an annual fair and will be doing a similar fair later at McCann. I'd just like to thank the Commission for all their hard work this year. We really appreciate everything you do. Next, I'd like to introduce Jenna Thomas. Jenna has been a member of the Special Olympics for 22 years. In 2009, she was chosen to represent Team USA in the World Game that was held in Idaho. She competed in cross-country skiing, doing a 500-meter race and a 1K race. She brought home a 5th place for the 500 and a gold in the 1K. In her race, she was the only skier from the USA. Since then, she competes in track and field and started bowling in 2019. I think that's where I first met you, Jenna. Then in 2021, she found out that she was chosen to represent Massachusetts on the bowling team, which consisted of 2 females and 2 males at the 2022 U.S. Games that were held in Florida. It was the biggest U.S. Games ever. Jenna won the first medal for Massachusetts, and it just happened to be a gold medal. The next day, it was double bowling, and Jenna and her partner, Katie, won another gold medal. On the last day of bowling, the team, known as the Fab Four, also won a gold medal. Jenna is a true testament of believing in yourself and focusing on your goals. She has proven that she is bigger and better than any defined disability, and it is okay to be different. Jenna, I'd like to thank you for being a role model to others and having the courage and strength to follow your dreams and representing North Adams. Lastly, the next person that I'd like to recognize tonight needs no introduction to us. I've been trying to find the right way to acknowledge him, and tonight seems fitting. Mr. Randy Kemp has served on the North Adams Disability Commission for 30 years. Randy is a true testament of living and loving life with no boundaries. He has been the voice of the commission during times when the words of disabled citizens were not even heard. He patiently has worked through 4 administrations and has paved the way with his keen aptitude, sense of humor, and most importantly, his desire to make North Adams a better place for our citizens with disability. Randy is a true testament of living beyond your disability and making something better than you found it. Randy, it is with much appreciation and gratitude that I thank you for your 30 years to the city of North Adams. So if I could ask Randy and Jenna to come forward. And we will hold these proclamations. Those are for both of you. I will now read the proclamation. Whereas the month of December 2023 has been designated as Disabilities Awareness Month to celebrate and recognize people with disabilities. And whereas it is our responsibility to recognize and acknowledge that it is not disability, but unjust social barriers and attitudes that can keep individuals from realizing their full potential at school, work, home, and in our communities. And whereas the support and cooperation of all people is needed to reduce the physical barriers and the attitudinal barriers that hinder full acceptance of people with disabilities. And whereas we recognize that our work to expand opportunities that confront social and systematic barriers that persist around disabilities is not finished, and we must continue to address the injustices that linger and strive to promote acceptance so that all of us live equally, valued equally, and no matter of our ability are part of a community. Whereas the goals of the city should properly include providing individuals with disabilities the opportunities and support to make informed choices and decisions, live in homes and communities where such individuals can exercise their full rights and responsibilities as citizens, and therefore have interdependent friendships, relationships with others, and achieve full inclusion in society. I now, therefore, Jennifer A. Maxey, Mayor of the City of North Adams, do proclaim December to be Disabilities Awareness Month and proclaim today, December 12th, to recognize Jenna Thomas and Randy Kemp for all their efforts in helping us in this world and their contributions to help people with disabilities and how to strengthen our community. Thank you. Thank you, Council, for that.
How about I recess for a minute or two so people who don't want to stay and watch sausage being made can leave if you want. You're more than welcome to leave, but you're more than welcome to stay. Okay. So apparently we're not streaming on
No.
Facebook. It seems to be something to do with the internet, maybe. I don't know. But it is what it is. We're on TV.
We are on Facebook.
And we're here for all of you who came to see us in person. So I'm going to move on to the agenda. Council Paper 11,826, an ordinance to amend the revised ordinances of the City of North Adams regarding various fees established in the city code, postponed from the meeting of November 14th with a return date of December 12th tonight. What's your pleasure, Councilor Bona?
So the city clerk heard back from the solicitors today. They will not be finished with what they need to do till at least mid-January, so we need to postpone this to the second meeting of January.
Okay. So that's your motion? Do we have a second?
Second?
Councilor Alaskowitz? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,191, a communication from Councilor Shade requesting the local Department of Health review the rules and regulations to address the storage of garbage, postponed from the meeting of November 14th, 2023, with a return date of December 12th, 2023. This was at the Public Safety Committee, and we were looking for enforcement issues to be looked at by the city solicitor, and we haven't heard back. Seems to be the consensus.
Yes.
Councilor Sapienza, do you have a motion?
Motion to postpone to the second meeting of January.
Thank you.
Second.
Councilor Shade. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,306, an ordinance to amend Chapter 10, Junk and Secondhand Dealers, Article 1, Section 10-3, Record of Purchases and Sales, Inspections of Books, Shopkeeper to Display Name, 10-4, Dealing with Minors Prohibited, 10 to 5 Business Hours, postponed from the meeting of November 14th, 2023, with a return date of December 12th. Was in general government and the second half of the changes, and we're waiting on we're still waiting on the solicitor.
Correct.
Do you have a motion?
Move to postpone to the second meeting in January.
Second.
Discussion?
Need a second.
It's Councilor Basahan who seconded it. Too many syllables there. Discussion?
Abstain.
Okay. Councilor Bowman abstains. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,332, Mayor's Communication 104. Did I miss one? No? Reappointment of Kathleen Wall to the Retirement Board for a term to expire December 17th, 2026.
Motion to
And
approve?
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Council Paper 12,333, Mayor's Communication 105 on the appointment of Desiree Taylor to the Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Access IDEA Commission, filling the unexpired term of Shannon Santelli for a term to expire February 8, 2024. Without objection, I'll file the communication.
Move to approve.
Second.
Councilor Shade, Councilor Abasan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Paper 12,334, Mayor's Communication 106 on the appointment of Mitchell Keel to serve as the Veteran Service Officer and District Director effective December 26, 2023. Without objection, I'll file the communication. Mayor?
Thank you, President Blackmer. First of all, I'd like to start off by thanking our current Veterans Agent, Stephen Roy, for his service. He will be leaving us on December 22nd, and I wish him the best in his future endeavors. With this leaves the opening. We had a few applicants, but I feel that Mitchell Keel should be the successor for Mr. Roy. effective December 26th. And I asked Mitchell to come tonight to talk about his background and why he's interested in being our next veterans agent.
Can I just ask a couple questions? How long, when was the job posted?
It was posted last week or the week before.
Okay. Just seemed like a really quick turnaround, trying to fill positions.
It's a one position that I have people who are interested in before a vacancy.
Okay.
But it was posted.
Yes, it was.
With the intentions of equal opportunity
Absolutely.
employment and
Yep.
diversity and equity and
Yes.
all those fun things. Okay.
How long was it open for?
I think 7 days, 5 to 7 days. It might even still be posted.
How many people were, how many?
3.
3 applied. Were they interviewed?
I interviewed 2.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. If he wants to give us his background, sure. And this has nothing to do with you or your qualifications. It's all about process,
Oh, no
at least
problem.
in my head.
So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mitchell Keel. I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps from 2006 to 2010 with a deployment in Afghanistan to 2008. For the last decade, I've been active in our veteran community in the area. During that time, my favorite part about being a part of the American Legion is getting to know my fellow veterans and helping them in ways that they need it. I've been working in tree work the last few years, which I know is not part of this, but that whole time I've been searching for a way to continue to help my fellow veterans that wasn't part-time, that wasn't in my spare time, something I could give my whole heart to. And when I saw this opening, I knew I had to put my application in and made sure that I could help my fellow veterans any way I could. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with that, I ask for your confirmation or your approval to appoint Mr. Keel effective December 26, 2023.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion? And Mayor, just a quick update, just a quick question. We have the MOU with all the surrounding towns. Has that been, when does that expire and has it been updated?
It has been updated. I don't know off the top of my head when it expires. We are in the process of amending some sections and working with some communities on some things that during the transition has been discovered, so. Oh, I'm sorry. I was sitting here. Lost my mind on the second to last meeting. We have an agreement. We've revised the agreement and we're working out some sections that we've discovered during the transition need to be ironed out with the communities. So all the communities have been notified of the transition and asked if they want to continue. And as of right now, I believe everybody wants to continue with the agreement at least till the end of the year, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion, do we have a motion to confirm?
Yes, we did. We had a motion.
Oh, that's
and a
right, I'm
second.
sorry. No more discussion other than my question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Sorry. Council paper, we already did that one. Council paper 12,336, communication from council president regarding conflicting decibels in noise ordinance, chapter 11, section 1.3, chapter Z, section 14.4.1, with a request to refer to general government. So it came to my attention that we have conflicting noise ordinance with decibels. Basically, one says 65 decibels and one says 80. In full disclosure, someone complained that I was on the planning board, and that person is suing the city and the planning board over an issue related to noise. We confirmed with the solicitor today that that is not a problem, and I can refer this paper, and it's not a conflict. So I just wanted to make sure I disclosed all that. So a motion to, someone could make a motion to refer to general government?
So
Do we have
moved.
any discussion?
We need a motion on the table first.
So moved.
Counselor Shade and Counselor Obasahan. And now discussion.
Okay.
Counselor Harpen.
So, yes, that is my question. You must be reading my mind or my emails, one of the two. So the question is, there is a current complaint out there against a special permit against the planning board, and I know it does name, unfortunately, it does name the planning board members individually in the complaint, based on their position on the planning board. So that's good. I'm glad that you went to the solicitor and asked about that, because that was a concern, because this is a communication to the council. And since that is open complaint within the Superior Court, it's a question. It raises eyebrows. So my question is, through the chair to the mayor, if this has been discussed with the solicitor regarding this specific complaint that is still open in Superior Court, is the solicitor aware of these two different ordinances? And is the solicitor working on this issue through the city council, or is the solicitor working on this issue in Superior Court, and is this going to affect his work in any way?
I didn't speak to the city solicitor, the city clerk did. But as far as my understanding, that came in just today or the other day, and it was reviewed with Joel. I don't know, Tina, if you want to comment on that. You had the conversation with the solicitor.
Okay, so the solicitor did say that this does not affect what's going on. It was going to be coming up in a couple of days. This was not going to have any impact on it. And basically, there was no conflict in bringing this forward and having it go to the general government to take care of it, and it's actually a good thing having it found and that it's going to be looked at.
Counselor Shade?
Yes, thank you. With us having two conflicting sections here, one much more current than the other, it makes sense, whether there's a lawsuit outstanding or not, that we go in and fix this and not have two separate conflicting pieces of information. So thank you for bringing it to our attention and referring it to general government, and I think it would be a great idea to fix this problem so it's not a problem in the future. So we have one ordinance that everybody understands. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes, I just want to say this specific complaint did deal with, in general, noise complaints. So I just wanted to ensure that the solicitor was aware of the issues and that there is this open complaint out there in Superior Court. So if that has been taken care of, then it's fine with me.
And also, I would, my understanding, and not that I'm a legal expert, is whatever happens with these two ordinances and fixing it going forward, generally doesn't have anything to do with the past laws. Like if we had an ordinance or we had a special permit or we had zoning laws, and someone had put in an application and then we changed the zoning law, they would be subject to the previous law, not the new law. They wouldn't. So the new whatever we do isn't going to really be applicable to them. Other than the fact that it's conflicting, and generally, I'm guessing they're going to go with the least restrictive, or I don't know, but my guess is you would go with the lower 65, but I don't really know. I'm not the one defending it. I don't know anything about that part of it. And I know it's coming up relatively soon, and it should be adjudicated probably by the time, before this ordinance even gets back through us.
Okay. Yeah, just as long as all the parties are aware and the solicitor is aware, that's fine.
So thank you for that. Anyone else? Do we have a date certain? Do we want to make it the first meeting in February, the second meeting in February? Councillor Wilkinson.
Well, as the present general government's term is coming to an end, and we at this point do not know who the new chairman, never mind who the new members will be of general government, I would like to make a motion that this gets put on the agenda for the second meeting in January.
I was thinking more of the first meeting in February, give them more time. Because we've also got a pretty heavy, it looks like we prefer to set.
Everybody said second weekend in January a lot tonight, so sure, let's go with the first meeting in February.
So we have a second on Councillor Wilkinson's amendment to the original motion.
Second.
Counselor Shade. Any more discussion on the amendment? Voting on the amendment, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. Counselor Barbo's abstaining on the amendment. And on the actual motion as amended, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Are you abstaining on the
I am
actual?
abstaining.
And she's abstaining on the actual amendment. Thank you. Okay, motion carries. Open forum, this is an opportunity for the public to speak to the council for 2 minutes on issues of municipal significance. Excuse me.
Correct. I just wanted to say thank you for all you got me back on the disability board. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'm making a difference, and I really appreciate it. I wanted to say thank you to you and the mayor too. And yeah, we're doing a lot of good stuff, and keep us in mind once in a while, please. And that's all I got. And have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Bye. Bye. Sorry.
Anyone else? Okay. Sorry, we have no we have no taxi licenses, we have no secondhand dealer licenses. Mayor's updates.
As I said earlier, I won't be in attendance on December 26th, so I wanted to make sure to thank Councilor Barbo, Councilor Basahan, and especially Councilor Harpen for your service to the city of North Adams. And I wish you all the best, and I hope our paths cross again. And I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
Committee reports and minutes. Liaison updates, councilors' concerns. Okay, I would like to say a few things. One, right now we have nothing coming on the agenda for the 26th, other than our standard agenda, that, you know, minutes, open forum, hearing of visitors, which if we don't have anything on the agenda, we don't have a hearing of visitors. So I would tentatively suggest that we cancel. We don't plan on having the meeting on the 26th, other than the fact if something comes in that we have to deal with before the legal posting, then we'll have to have our meeting. But if right now, no, the mayor doesn't have anything for us, no one has anything forward. The other issue is we sometimes have a hard time getting a quorum when the meeting is on the 26th. It's usually a call around all day to make sure that we have a quorum. So are people okay with that, or do they want to have that last meeting of open forum?
I think we should have the meeting.
Okay.
It's the last meeting of the term.
Okay. Anyone else? Counselor Sapienza?
Yes, I'm going to agree with Counselor Wilkinson. I think we should have that last meeting.
Okay. Counselor Shade?
I would say that if there's no new or old business, then there's no point of having a meeting if there's no agenda. If something comes in that we need to work on, whether it's new or old business, we should have a meeting, but if there's nothing to actually put on an agenda, we're meeting for no purpose.
I mean, technically, this isn't even on the agenda to talk about. It was just something I was throwing out there so people could plan accordingly. Anyone else have thoughts?
I'm in agreement of if there's nothing on the agenda, it's really not fun to me. But again, if it's will be my last meeting, then see all you lovely faces.
Counselor Olaskowitz.
I'll echo your same sentiment. I believe that if there is nothing on the agenda, it would be a waste of time. I mean, 3 of us could show up, or people would, if we did set a meeting, everybody would send an email and say they could not attend. So I believe it probably would be a waste of time. And it'd probably be more enjoyable to spend a little more holiday time, my opinion. But it sounds like we might head in that direction.
Okay, I'll say this. If people know ahead of time they're not going to be able to make the meeting, can they please contact me or the clerk? Either call, email, text, whatever. Because I hate to have people, if people aren't going to be able to make it, I want to let people know as soon as possible. I would prefer not to have everybody, 3 people, 4 people show up and wait 15 minutes for the rest of everybody. I guess would be the way to go. Counselor Luskowitz.
Just one more comment, seeing that this may be the last meeting of this term, is I would like to thank the exiting counselors for 2 years of very tough questioning, being good counselors, and welcome counselors-elect. I can't even get it out. Look very much forward to the next term of working with you both.
So that was my other thing. I want to thank everyone. In case we don't have a meeting or people don't make it, I want to thank everyone who served for the last 2 years. Councilor Marie, Councilor Harpen, you brought in your environmental energy background to inform us sometimes, and your some of your progressive politic advocacy that you've done. You brought that to us. Councilor Basahan, you brought a whole new perspective, and also particularly you informed by the work you actually do, and that helped us be informed. Councilor Barbo, you come from a early education background and your farming background, and you shared those opinions with us, and the amount of research you did on issues. I want to thank all of you, and glad that we have the opportunity to work together. I'm sure that we'll see you in the future with other things, other commissions, other committees, or maybe your life changes and you run and you're back on the council, or you run for mayor or state rep or president, who knows. So I do want to thank you all, and I know everyone else who's coming back still also. I'm thankful for their different, we all have different backgrounds here, and we all bring a different perspective and try and do the best we can for everyone in the state. So with that, I want to wish everybody happy holidays, and hopefully we don't get snowed in or iced out or whatever. Anything else?
Move to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody.